Welcome, special souls. Welcome. How's everybody today? Today, we're going to talk about remembering to prepare ourselves as twin flames to get the information to our significant other divine soul. As we get closer to needing the need to find our special gifts, our spiritual gifts, we need to get prepared to tell our divine counterpart who they are. And we're going to give them a little bit at a time because that's a big pill to swallow. Remember, they chose the physical 3D aspect of life, and some of them are aware a little bit of the twin flame connection, but they don't know all the details. As the divine feminine is working on finding the different aspects of this journey, that one will have more knowledge about this twin flame journey. And remember that there is the spiritual side, so we have to bring the spiritual to the physical. As we go, and as the earth right now is transferring itself into the 5D, that's a high frequency for the majority of the masses. So we have to start with our twins by letting them know, because letting them have an understanding of who they are, their purpose, not to put it on them where they go into and deep separation, because you will go into separation from that. Okay, so accept that. We are high level souls. We're one of the highest level souls as a twin flame. That's why it's the hardest journey to be on. That's why we get those strong, we want to jump off this journey. But you chose this journey for this time, because right now the earth is going into 5D. And so we are connecting more to our higher selves, and we have to help the masses to connect to their higher selves, and give them this opportunity of a lifetime. And I know that it's a lot to take on, but we can do it. This is why we chose this journey. And it's a good journey when you think about it. We're doing this here for the love of everybody. The good, the bad, the pretty, the not so pretty. And different personalities, and first of all, we have to cleanse ourselves, our auras. That's what I mean when cleansing. So we send that light through us. We put ourselves in that light bubble so that we'll be able to take it to the masses. And don't take things personally when we do get attacked. And people's opinions will come, because remember, they've been programmed by society for decades. And so we're helping to break all those generational blocks that they are coming up with. And we do this with love. We do this with love and the power of love. Love is much stronger than anything out there. That's why we're drawn to our twin flames, because of the love that we have. That's why we chose to put them over there, and we yearn for them. That strong love that we have. That love that we have, and anybody that comes in between is going to feel that love. Because we're going to try to be the best that we could be, so that we could be able to gravitate throughout everybody. Let everybody understand the love of a twin flame. That's one powerful love. Remember, Yeshua came, and he is love. He had to leave his significant other up there And remember, some twin flames are like that also. They're here, and their twin flame is actually still in the spiritual realm. So they have to navigate that way. So we're yearning for our twin flame that we see or that we don't see, because we know that they're in the physical and we may not be able to see them. Some of them are yearning for them that's in the spiritual realm, guiding them. That's powerful. So what we need to do is we need to understand that we're going to take the time, think about how we're going to speak to our twin about this journey, because right now twins are able to raise, once we raise our frequency as a twin, which is, trust me, very powerful. All the spiritual gifts that we have is going to be like the most magic out there. So what we do is we get prepared for speaking to our twin. Okay? Practice on other people too. Practice on them too. Like, I'm going to go and speak to my coworkers about their frequency. Get them to understand. You know? And so that we could raise the frequency of others and they could spread the news that way. You know? And so that we could overcome this 3D that is here and it's going. The 3D is going. So we have to make sure our frequencies is high. Mine is high. I know that. I communicate with my higher self. That's who tells me what to speak in these YouTubes every day, because I wouldn't be able to do it on my own. So they tell me what to say. They speak through me, as like even now as I'm talking to you, so that the message could get to you and you could gravitate to it, because it's the truth. So if when you put yourself in that white bubble, that golden bubble, and that's your protection, the first thing that you say too is you ask for the truth. You ask to hear the truth. You ask to speak the truth. You ask to be honest, so that when you're hearing the truth, it could relate to you. You could generate to it. And while we're doing that, we're going to be around others that may be negative. And what we do with them is we help raise their frequency by letting them know that, hey, this is not how we talk. We pinpoint certain things so that we could raise people's frequency, so that they are able to get into that 5D understanding. I could talk to 10 different people and understand which ones got the spirit on them, and they're more on the spiritual realm than the others that think that they're on the spiritual realm. So it's like your mind is playing tricks on you. That's your ego. So when your ego is letting you think that you are spiritual, you do a check it. Because the ones that are seeking the truth is the ones that are trying, like they don't understand. They want more understanding. So they're seeking the understanding. They're just not speaking it. This is a big difference. And you could gravitate to that. So we need to get prepared to speak to our twin, to let them know, because it's now time, as we are divine feminines trying to get our twin to understand who they are. We are the ones to do that, to help them. because the majority of them are trying to get to us, and we have to have an understanding of what we are anyway. And the separation is so great because it helps you to understand that. The longer the separation, the better, because then you're pulled even more to understand who you are even more. And we can do it. We can do it, twins. We could do it. That's what we're here for. I know a lot of times we could get confused with high level soulmates and a twin flame. Just know the difference that right now a lot of the majority of twin flames are not in union. I'm gonna say the majority. I'll say like 90%, and that's because they have such a high calling that when twins are together too soon, it's like dynamite setting off. And so that's where the karma comes in. So they're able to magically keep them from becoming twin flame karmics. So we planned it that way before we came. That's how much we sat down before we came, and we knew the importance of the separation stages. But now we're getting ready to get into that 5D level, which means that we're getting ready to come into union with our twin at some point. Remember now, in the spirit realm, there's no time. So time to them is not as important as for us. They just need to make sure that we let go our egos. We let that go. And we concentrate more on our purpose. And our purpose right now is to help the masses in any shapes or forms. We don't take anybody's negative energy personal. We are able to generate that because 5D is 5D. That's why, in my dreams a while ago, the karmics was coming and apologizing. I didn't understand at the time why they was apologizing. They was like, I'm so sorry for what I done. I'm going to try to fix it. And I'm like, and one thing about dreams is real. So I'm saying, why are they apologizing? What's going on? Then I see now that 5D is here. So I'm like, okay, all right then. So in 5D, as you know, which is why it's so important to connect with your twin in 5D, because when 5D is here in the physical, the connection is going to be real, and it's going to be no more 3D, it's just going to be 5D. So your physical body is going to be able to generate with your twin, and the two will merge. So today, let's get ready to talk to that twin. I'm going to be, I'm preparing mine. I've been staying away as much as possible from my twin so that I can prepare myself for this conversation that we have to have. I did have a dream of the karmic trying to be there, so I have to make it where I have the time alone to discuss this. The good thing about all of that with twins is we don't have the intimacy, majority of us, as yet, because we have to master this 5D. And after that, it's on and popping. So let's get ready. Let's get prepared to sit down and discuss with our higher self first, who's going to give us instructions as to how we go about this other information. And once we get down this 5D with our higher selves, we're on some good ground, because that's who's directing us this whole time. That's who's taking away that ego from us. That's who's helping us to connect to our souls. But first, before I talk to my twin, I'm going to go to my place of work and discuss it with my co-workers. Some of them are not going to understand. Some of them may understand. I'm not going to take it personally. I'm just going to let them know. Because one thing about me, I'm straight up. I like to be straight up. It doesn't bother me if people don't care for me, because I like me, and I'm generating the love. The ones that will connect to me is because they are love. And in time, the others will be in love themselves. So that's why I don't take it personally. Because as long as I'm loving myself in a humble way, where I'm not got to think that I'm above anybody or I'm better than anybody, but that I could take whatever I have to help somebody, that's the key. And I'm not doing it to try to get brownie points. I'm doing it because I care. And I do it humbly. Once we get to that point, that's when the ego is able to go. Yeah, I could be straight up and I could tell somebody about themselves in a sweet way. Or they may think it's harsh. But that's okay. It's still out of love. And that's going to be it for today. Let's get prepared. Put your socks on and your shoes, and let's get to walking. We could do this. Let's spread that love. Let's send that light out to the world. That's what we're about. The light. You're a light worker. If you're a twin flame, you are a light worker. That means you have special abilities. You're a superhero. Don't let that get to your head. Just be humble about it. And let's get those people in the right mindset. Much love, everybody. Much love.